Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the Muth 50-50 benefit race here for our good friend of Roger Muth. Muth in the booth here. It is Upstate Al bringing you the call in action here tonight from the Bristol Motor Speedway as we honor and take and raise some monies for our good friend Roger Muth. And as always, we want to thank everybody that has already contributed. I can tell you that we are well over the $2,700 mark raised for Roger so far. So we want to thank you. You can see the donor list rolling across the bottom of the screen right now. We also have multiple leagues involved in here as well that Roger has covered. Right now, 27 drivers signed in for the dirt portion. And after that, well, we'll send the track crew out there. They will scrape this dirt off of the racing surface, and we will go concrete racing here at the last great Coliseum, as it has always been a great time for everybody here at the Upstate Racing League, and we know that Roger would be proud of the turnout here. The cars going back out onto the racing surface. We're going to have some time trials coming up at you, followed by a 50-lap feature event. Then, like I said, the track crew will get everything out there, but as it is, it's all about our great friend Roger Muth. Earlier this spring, involved in an incident and has a pile of those medical bills and bills just piling up. So we got together with a lot of the racing leagues. We've got drivers from the Red Light Racing League. We've got drivers from the National Speed Association, Salt Flat Racing, Red Light Racing, Upstate Racing League, Coffee Cup Racing League. We have them from the ASRL and Blazing Pedals, all represented out there tonight. The All-Pro Series as well, Big Ten Super Series, all jumping in to help out our great friend Roger Muth. And we can't really thank everybody enough who has reached out, who has donated, who has sent well wishes and prayers for our great friend Muth in the booth. And man, I know that he is away right now and unable to make it here tonight, but I'm pretty sure that he is very thankful for everybody's efforts here tonight as we get ready to go. We had some great racing action. The practice session, well, these drivers have been duking it out, and it is going to put on one great show here tonight from the Bristol Motor Speedway. Take a look at tonight's race information here tonight for the Muth 50-50 benefit night. And it is here at the Bristol Motor Speedway in Bristol, Tennessee. Just a little bit over a half-mile high-banked dirt track here for race number 1. Well, we're all here to help donate to the cause of Roger Muth. And to do that, there is a link for a GoFundMe on the YouTube and Facebook side. If you have not donated, you can do that if you are feeling inclined to help our great friend Roger out. And just since we get on air, we have had another donation. So now up to $2,800 raised for Roger Muth and his family. So we really thank everybody for that. Here is it looks like qualifying is out there on the racetrack. So that'll be interesting. A little bit open qualifying out there as everybody gets ready to go racing. But we got a lot of sponsors to thank as well here for tonight's racing action. And we want to thank the Checkered Flag Auto Supply. We want to thank Mechanic Advisors, Big Ten Super Series, Commander Rithwall, the Twitch channel. Follow them on Twitch at Commander Rithwall. Empire Racing Team, R&R Auto Graphics, all the leagues that we already mentioned as well. Thank you, Rick, for posting the GoFundMe link in the chat there. We want to thank everybody for tuning on in already as qualifying is underway here tonight to set tonight's first 50-lap main event. We'll watch some drivers that are out there. Steph Marinak, a driver from the Upstate Racing League, out there trying to get onto the pole day. The Upstate Racing League dirt champion this past season that Roger did on Thursday nights. He is out onto the racetrack. He is currently 4th quick overall. So a lot of good action out there on the racetrack as they get ready to go. As we get ready to go for tonight's main event. lot of guys to thank out there. You can see the names scrolling across the bottom of your race screen. And we have joining me in the booth right now one of the organizers from the Coffee Cup Racing League and representing the Upstate Racing League as well, AJ Hamill. And AJ, we were just going through the list of sponsors. We got the list of drivers and fans that have donated to this great cause so far. And we just announced we are over the $2,800 mark since we've come on air. We've gained over $100 since we've come online. So great job to you and Josh Buckley of the Red Light Racing League for really being the backbone behind organizing this. Why don't you talk us through what everybody's going to see here tonight?
Oh, that is some awesome news. I'm going to wait to tell the field. When I told them the drivers' meeting where we were at, they were all very proud, happy. Everybody was glad to be contributing to what we're doing here. What are we talking about? What we're doing tonight? Yeah, so I guess I got 2 minutes to run through this real quick. This idea actually, I'm sure a lot of people had it, but the version you're looking at now came from driver Brian Hacker. He suggested we run a benefit race, and then I kind of went to you and Josh, and we ran with it. The Twin Bristol races, I got to credit Chris Stump for that. He felt the synergy of the unfortunate incident in the Bristol area, so let's go ahead and race at Bristol. And so thanks, Chris, for coming up with that fun twist. And what are we going to see? We're going to see 50 laps or 25 minutes, and then on the dirt, and then we're going to clean the track off real quick, load up the other street stock, and run 50 more laps or 25 more minutes on the concrete. And we're all just here to have a lot of fun and raise some money, and we're already doing a heck of a job of that.
Yeah, Roger means so much to the racing community, and it's been such a great thing to see the outpouring of support from not only the racers, but racers that could not be here tonight. They've gone ahead and donated. We've had a lot of sponsor interaction as we ride on board with the R&R Autographic on-board camera with Tim Combs. And Tim, a driver in the Red Light Racing Series on Monday nights. You see them in the Scrambler Series. So Tim out there a little bit on the dirt. So a lot of these drivers maybe not so familiar with the dirt side, but these guys all showing up here to take and show their support for our good friend Roger Muth. And I know Roger will be watching later tonight, or maybe even watching as this is live. And these drivers are ready to put on a show for them. 27 drivers signed in to do battle. I understand that you're leaving the 18 on the hauler here for the dirt side of the things. So, but it's great.
I'm gonna eye in the sky it, kind of like you, except I'll be administering. There won't be much to administrate, but that's all right. Somebody's got to keep an eye on it. And before I got to get out of here, get back to the start of the race, I just want to thank every sponsor, every driver who's donated, anyone who donated. Outpouring of support has been amazing. The fact that we filled the field pretty much for both races is awesome, and it's just awesome. I got no other words but awesome. Exceeded expectations.
Well, qualifying coming to an end, and Brian Hacker on the front row. He's going to set quick time in our qualifying session. So we'll let you get out of here, AJ, as we get ready to go with our 50-lap feature event, which we'll be gridding here momentarily as qualifying comes to an end. And just like that, the field will start gridding up behind the pace truck. And as they do that, let's give you tonight's starting lineup presented by the Big Ten Super Series. Starting on the pole out of Illinois, it is the number 11 Illinois representing the Coffee Cup Racing League, Red Light Racing Series, and the Upstate Racing League. This is Brian Hacker. Outside of him will be car number 1, the all-silver mobile, the Back to the Future looking automobile. That is Stefan Marinak. Marinak on the outside of row number 1. Starting on the inside of row number 2, it's going to be car number 51. That's DJ Anderson. And Anderson, a driver from the Red Light Racing Series, looking forward to racing here on the dirt at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Outside of him, the most recent Upstate Racing League champion, the big blocks hit, is Cole Day, as he is out there in car number 99. Starting on the inside of row number 5 will be John Wittendorf in car number 24. Outside of him, the 00, the Turn 3 Racing Network automobile, that is Doug Ungari. Starting 7th on the grid will be car number 11. This is Sean Single. Outside of him will be slated to be the number 42 of Dalton Kilroy. Kilroy in car number 8. Bill Martin in car number 39. We see him usually on the asphalt. He's ventured out to the dirt, as we saw him in action last night with the Coffee Cup Racing League here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. He will start 9th. Outside of him, car number 81. That is Jimmy McIntyre. First car outside of the top 10 in row number 6 is going to be the car number 98. It is Jason Griffith. They call him Dobbs. We'll start there. Outside of him, car number 45. It is Justin Smith. Rolling off in row number 7 will be car number 52. This is Jeff Dillon. Outside of him, car number 88 out of the Full Throttle Motorsports. It is Tim Combs. Starting 15th on the grid will be car number 69. It is Michael Trevarthen. Outside of him, the number 20. It's J-Mac, Justin McDuff. 17th starting grid will be the number 92 of Hayden Wheeler. Outside of him, the 227 of Kyle Gilbert. Ryan O'Danny in car number 98 will roll off 19th. Outside of him will be the number 31. It is Donald Bennett. Bennett in car number 31. 21st starting spot will go to the number 40 of Rob Higgins. Outside of him, the number 13 of Jamie Leach. Starting 23rd on the grid here, rounding out the field will be the number 2 of Josh Buckley. We will talk to Josh. He is the owner and admin of the Red Light Racing Series, another driver and person that has helped organize this event. Dan Butler to his outside in car number 8. Brian Bianchi in car number 14 will roll off in spot number 25. Outside of him, slated to go will be the number 18 of AJ Hamill. Hamill unable to make the grid here as he is up the eye in the sky. Rob Higgins in car number 41 will roll off 27th. 28th starting spot will go to the 26 of Daryl Calder, and rounding out the field, and that is your 28 car slated to go green flag racing here, and that was your Big Ten Super Series starting lineup. Pace truck down and away, green flag coming up, and we are underway with the first of 2 Muth 50-50s. Down in the turn number 1, Brian Hacker showing the way as we look high above with the Blimpy McBlimp cam here as they work down the backstretch. 3 wide behind him, that is Wittendorf in car number 24 working the bottom of the racetrack. Cole Day and DJ Anderson stuck in the sandwich as they work off a turn number 4. Great action all the way around this racetrack, 2x2 everywhere, but up at the front of this one as Brian Hacker's jumped out to a 2-car length advantage. We see him working the high line, middle line, and the low line all around the Bristol Motor Speedway. Michael Trevarthen right there in car number 69. We're going to go on board with the R&R Auto Graphics onboard camera as he tries to work his way up through the field, currently in the 14th position. These drivers, a little bit of contact with the outside wall. He'll keep it pointed back in the right direction as they roar down here in the turn number 3. He's got O'Danny rolling the bottom of the racetrack, and that number 98 right behind them is Kyle Gilbert in car number 227. Working around the racetrack, Brian Hacker's up at the front, but there is a challenge for your race lead as they work down the backstretch. Brian Hacker leading it out front, but here comes Stefan Marinak. Marinak digging down low. 2 grooves are racing 2x2 all the way around the racetrack. One of your hard chargers is Dobbs there in the 98, the Barbie automobile. Working there as we take a look now with the Hackers Eat a Bag of Speed Shot here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Great action. Oh, 1 car out of shape. That was the 51 of Anderson. He's able to wrestle it back in there as we get ready to go. Down here already 7 laps in, and the battle up at the front of this one is door to door off of turn number 2. Down the backstretch they will roar. It will be the number 11 Illinois Brian Hacker still showing the way, but Marinak really working the bottom of the racetrack as they work here. Still Brian Hacker. That is a great battle for your race lead as they work through the corner. Marinac with a nose out front, but the momentum on the outside is going to bring Hacker back around there as Cole Dame starting to make his way forward as he is working with that number 24 of John Wittendorf. 3 wide behind him, that is the number 11, the Sean Single on the bottom. The 2 Barbie automobiles, they make contact. That's not going to make Ken very happy. Is there still 3 wide? Look at the gaggle of cars as they are 3 wide down here into the corner. On the inside, that is the 45 of Justin Smith. He's got Jimmy McIntyre to the middle, and that on the outside is DJ Anderson. That is the battle for inside the top 10. Stefan Marinac has worked over and has taken sail already 10 laps in to this 50-lap contest as they have been green flag. Since the green flag has come out, these drivers doing a great job as the track is going to change drastically. As Jim McIntyre with a move, he's got the 00 of Doug Ungari. So we go on board with the Empire Racing Team onboard camera with Jason Dobbs. Or this is Sean Single with the Barbie automobile. He gets touched. One car, you see him working there, working the racetrack, and we are under the yellow flag for the first time. Here as these drivers doing a great job. Yellow flag laps will not count. There is a 25-minute time limit on this first feature event. And the yellow flag has come out. I'm not sure what the yellow flag was for. Did not register. Someone was out of shape. And that'll stack the field up behind the Chevy Silverado pace truck. Want to thank everybody for tuning on in. We want to thank everybody that has donated. Let's take and see if there is an update since we've been live. We have raised another $200. We want to thank everybody for throwing some more money into the pot. We want to thank Jill and Ed Single. They have donated $100. We want to thank them. We want to thank Christina Strzelki. I hope I don't butcher that. We thank you very much, Christina. Jeremy Carpenter, also thank you very much. We want to thank all of our donors. You can see them rolling across the bottom of the screen right now as that was working there. We want to thank everybody that has donated to the cause. We are well over $2,700 now. So congratulations. Everybody give yourself a round of applause. I know these drivers, they all had to donate at least $10 to be in the field here tonight. So we want to thank everybody for that here. Great cause. The car is paced behind the pace car. We want to thank everybody there. Once again, thank to all the sponsors that have stepped up here tonight as we got a bunch of onboard cameras. The R&R Autographic onboard cameras. We ride with your race leader. The lights are out around the racetrack. R&R Autographics. If you are in the need of a paint scheme, look them up on the Facebook. Paul and his crew doing a great job spitting out great looking race cars. If you have not checked them out, check them out online on Facebook at R&R Autographics. We also want to thank Checkered Flag Auto Supply for coming on board. They are the sponsor of this onboard camera along with our post-race show. But the pace truck down in the way, green flag is back out, and we are back underway. Marinac ready to go. Side by side, look at the 3-wide battle back there for that 5th position. Brian Hacker contact with Steph Marinac in the turn number 3. Marinac up the racetrack, Hacker down to the inside, new race leader Hacker, and here comes Cole Day. Cole Day working the bottom of the racetrack in car number 99. He's going to make it 3 wide off of turn number 2. Drag race down the backstretch. They think they're at the Charlotte drag strip, but they're here at the high banks of Bristol Motor Speedway. Cole Day to your race lead. Now Doug Ungari cracking the top 5. Everybody 2 by 2 all the way around the racetrack. Let's follow this action a little bit deeper outside of the top 10 as we're going to go with our Commander Rithwald drone cam following these cars around the Bristol Motor Speedway. We want to thank Commander Rithwall. Find them on YouTube and Twitch. We thank them for sponsoring this drone cam. As we see the side-by-side battle of 69 on the inside of the racetrack, that is Michael Trevarthen. Trevarthen working that bottom of the racetrack here. Is now Marinac has gone back around Cole Day as they are still door-to-door. Day working the bottom of the racetrack. This racetrack very racy in the early stages as we close in on the halfway point. 2x2 all the way through the racetrack is now Wittendorf in that 5th spot, rolling the outside around the 00 of Doug Ungari. Ungari flying the turn 3 racing colors. We really appreciate that. Great looking automobile down there. See Roger watching. Roger, we love you, buddy. These guys are putting on one heck of a show. It is a dogfight up here for your race lead as they work down the backstretch. Cole Day really working the bottom of the racetrack right there in the moisture. Brian Hacker in the middle and Steph Marinac. That time Day gets a little bit out of shape. That gives the race lead to Marinac. 3 wide, try to make it 4 wide is Dobbs now. Griffith in that number 98 Barbie sponsored automobile. Here he comes flying down here in the turn. 3 and 4 is a 4-car battle. Make it 5 now as Wittendorf has reeled in their top 4 drivers. Throw a blanket over this entire field. Everybody, great action. We watched the front of this one. Marinac down here working the outside of the racetrack. These guys had put in the laps, I can tell you that, as they wanted to put on a good show to get in victory lane here for race number 1 of the Muth 50-50. Now Cole Day back to the outside. Jason Dobbs working the backside. His yellow flag coming out. Trouble here in the back, towards the back of the field. Looks like the number 81, possibly Jimmy McIntyre, has gone around. Let's see what happened. We look at the mechanic advisor replay. McIntyre working the outside of the racetrack here, working through the corner. Oh, up in front of him, looks like the 88 automobile. I believe the 88, if I am mistaken, I believe that is Tim Combs. He makes contact. Tim Combs went around. Let's get on board once again as we ride with the Empire Racing Team onboard camera with Jimmy McIntyre. See it up there? Oh, looks like Combs and I believe the 40 of Rob Higgins making contact, and that'll send us around, and that was your mechanic advisor replay. Well, things are cooled off just for the time being. Stefan Marinac is your race leader. Cole Day, Jason Dobbs, Brian Hacker, and how about that 24 automobile, the 24 of John Wittendorf. Wittendorf, a driver of the Red Light Racing Series. Roger broadcasts them on Monday nights. Stefan Marinac up on the front of this one. Lights are already out on the pace truck. As we're going to get ready to go back green flag racing. Once again, we step back on the loud pedal. Down the front stretch they come. Cole Day to the outside, down to the inside. Brian Hacker behind a little bit of bumper tag there as they work off to the corner. As they work 3 wide, look at Justin Smith in the 45. He gets out of whack. Everybody vying for position here around the Bristol Motor Speedway. We close in on the halfway point. As we look down high above with the Blimpy McBlimp cam. Everybody's showing away. We want to thank everybody for tuning on in here tonight for this race and all of our sponsors. You saw them rolling across the bottom of the screen. As we watch this battle back here inside the top 10. We want to thank also all the donations coming in so far. We'll give you an update at the next yellow flag where we stand. But up front, Marinac showing the way. Top 3 cars have gotten single file here as we close in 2 laps away from the halfway point. Doug Ungari has found the outside as he's got the number 11, the Sean Single, in the Barbie automobile right there behind him. We go on board with a checker flag auto supply onboard camera. With the 00 of Doug Ungari. You can see the track really widening out, starting to dry out. These drivers are going to start fighting for grip. The bottom of the racetrack, Wittendorf trying to hold on to that fifth spot. Contact with Ungari and Sean Single. Everybody keeping it pointed in the right direction in that battle there. This is 2 seconds behind your top three. Ungari works the outside a little bit deeper in the field. How about the 31 of Donald Bennett? He's back here battling with the 2 of Josh Buckley. Buckley doing a great job out there. He said last night that they ran some practice laps. He wasn't too comfortable on the dirt surface. Said he was going to make the best of it. 25 laps are in, 25 laps remain. Behind them, the 88 of Tim Combs also involved there. Bill Martin has gone around here on the backstretch, and he will bring out the yellow flag, the third one of the evening. And that car is wounded. They do have a backup car available for them. We see the number 41 of Bob Higgins rolling off pit road. So that car is all but dog walking, turkey walking, whatever you want to call it. The rear end is knocked out of the 39 of Bill Martin, and let's see what happened with that as we take a look at the mechanic advisor replay. Rob Higgins in the 40 working the outside of the 20 of Justin McDuff in that Jurassic Park automobile. Oh, make contact, and around they will go hard contact into the inside retaining wall for Bill Martin. Let's watch that again as we watch it from high above with the Blimpy McBlimp cam. See Higgins working the outside of the racetrack. Justin McDuff also squeezed in there. Bounces off the wall. Higgins does. Gets down to the McDuff. And then Bill Martin, the innocent bystander, will hit the inside wall. As we come back live here from the Mechanic Advisor replay, Bill Martin getting some damage fixed on that as the lights are still on the race car. Pace truck, as they pass in now, the lights will go out. But as I promised, we'll take a look and see where we are so far donation-wise. Still at that that $2,800 raised so far between tonight and separate things there. So we want to thank everybody out there. The lights are back on the Pace truck. So $2,800 raised, and I can't thank you enough. I know what Roger has done for myself here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, and the amount that we all love Roger in the background. He gives us all a hard time. We get those, those candies. He likes to send us all a bag. But we know that Roger is on the mend. We really appreciate what everybody out there donating, the kind words that everybody is showing out there. Remember, you can donate still with the GoFundMe, the link on the Facebook page in the description. Also, and the YouTube, Rick Hammond, thank you for posting it in there in the chat as we get ready to go back green flag racing this time. Pace truck will be down and away. Green flag is up. Marinak steps on the gas pedal. Cold Day ready to go as well. And here comes Brian Hacker. Hacker led the early stages of the race. This track really starting to widen out. Contact between Day and Hacker. Those two battled it out all season long on the dirt in the big block modifieds for the Upstate Racing League. Doug Ungari working the outside of the racing track as well as they all work three wide behind him. The 45 of Justin Smith up 6 spots from his starting position here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Closing in on the end of this one, 25 minutes was the time limit here as they all race down in the corner. This one quickly coming to an end. Steph Marinak shows the way here with 22 laps to go. I believe time will expire. Now the yellow flag going to come out. Looks like DJ Anderson and Donald Bennett involved to bring out this last yellow flag. Let's take a look and see what happened. for the Mechanic Advisor replay as he watching the 51 of Anderson. Gets down in the corner. Oh, looks like maybe the 8 of Butler got crossed up. The 31 of Bennett tries to slow down, and with the full send into these corners, these guys are carrying a lot of speed with these street stocks. They will get caught up there. DJ Anderson and the number 51 and the 31 of Donald Bennett going into the spin cycle. As we come back live here and look at your race leader up here towards the front of the field. Steph Marinac is your race leader as they get lined up behind the pace car. Let's show you where your drivers are running. We should get back green flag racing. Race will not make the full 50 laps, which is okay. I got another 50 coming up at you right after this one as the track crew will go out, scrape the dirt off. We'll be back on the concrete with the street stock. A lot of these drivers, you will see them back in action once again. As timing and scoring will get all jumbled up there. Up on the front row, Stefan Marinac, Brian Hacker, Cole Day, and Doug Ungari in row number 2. Justin Smith and John Wittendorf in car number 24 making up row number 3. Gonna go back green flag racing this time off the corner. Green flag will be up. We are back underway here with the Muth 50-50 dirt. Marinac wins the drag race in the turn number 1. Doug Ungari swings it way up to the outside. He'll have the momentum off of turn number 2. They're going to try to go 3 wide. They're still 2 by 2 all the way through the field. The 20 of Justin McDuff starting to work to the bottom side of the racetrack. He'll work underneath Gilbert in that 227 automobile. One car going around. That's Cole Day on the front stretch. Cole Day goes around yellow, yellow, yellow. Out here is now the well, maybe that wasn't Justin McDuff. Yep, Justin McDuff up and over. Sticks to landing. He'll pull it down pit side. Is Brian Hacker now is shown as your race leader. As the field gets shown back up here. These guys trying to get there. Let's see what happened to bring out this yellow flag. I believe Cole Day spun down into the turn on the front stretch. Let's take a look at the Mechanic Advisor replay. Cole Day working the bottom of the racetrack. Slight contact with the 11 of Brian Hacker. He gets out of shape in 45 of Smith. Nowhere to go. Gets in the backside and Day hard into the inside wall here on the front stretch. Come back live here. 5 minutes left on the clock. We'll make it 4 minutes left here. This one is not over with yet, folks. Well, we have a moment. Let's take a look and see. Here, we want to thank everybody that has donated. You see the list of names down there. To add to those names, we want to thank, just in the last few minutes, Jeremy Carpenter, Christina, thank you very much. Jill and Ed Single, thank you for your donation. Along with everybody else there on the bottom of the race on there as well. Along with our sponsors. We couldn't make any of this possible without our great sponsors of Checker Flag Auto Supply, Mechanic Advisors of the Big Ten Super Series, Commander Withwald, the Twitch channel, so make sure you follow them on Twitch, Commander Withwald, Empire Racing Team, and R&R Auto Graphics, along with a bunch of other drivers as well, as we get ready to go with this restart, as we're going to take it and watch it from the Hackers Eat a Bag of Speed Shop. Three wide action. One car gets tagged around and he'll be sideways in the back of the field. Everybody's going to pile in. That was the 45 of Justin Smith. He gets involved here on the back stretch. He was inside the top 5 and has gone around here off the corner. That car wounded. He'll make it back to pit road. Let's take a look and see what happened with the 45 of Justin Smith. Let's go. Here, see him working the outside of the racetrack. The number 42, that is Dalton Kilroy. Maybe slight contact with the 45. 13 also involved. That is Jamie Leach. The 2 of Josh Buckley involved there as well. Let's go on board with the R&R Autographics onboard camera and see what Josh Buckley saw. See there, and just a little bit too late to get on the gas pedal. Everything happened so fast at Bristol. And that was your mechanic advisor onboard. As they're crashing, coming back to the restart. It will go green, it looks like. Green flag is back up. We're back underway. Brian Hacker jumps out to the race lead along with Steph Marinak right there. Doug Ungari now in that number 2 spot. Here comes Jason Dobbs. Jumps into 98. Sean Single, the 2 Barbie automobiles. They're cat fighting it off of turn number 2. One car working the middle of the racetrack. That's the 42 at Kilroy. He'll make contact with the 24. That wasn't the 24. That, I believe, was Trevarthen. Up at the front of this one, Steph Marinak trying to find a way around as Doug Ungari runs in that number 3 spot. 4th is the 24 of John Wittendorf. Wittendorf working the outside of the racetrack. Here comes Kilroy in car number 42. He'll try to split the hairs down the front stretch. He'll make contact with Jeff Dillon. Jeff Dillon working the outside of the racetrack. He'll crack the top 5 for the first time here tonight. As Dobbs still working the bottom of the racetrack. Him and Sean Single bouncing off each other. The gloves are off here as we close in on the later stages of this one. 16 laps to go, but the time limit starting to run out. We watch this one car sideways. That's the 69. Trevarthen is now the 11. The Single will go around. White flag was out as it was the R&R Autographics. 1 to go. They come across the line. This time it'll be Brian Hacker picking up the win. Marinak coming home in 2nd. Doug Ungari 3rd. Wittendorf will cross the line in the 4th position. And Jason Dobbs will round out your top 5. That'll do it here for our first round here for the Muth 50-50. Brian Hacker going to pick up the win in the dirt portion. He will be in action with our second round in the concrete coming up, but we'll be right back with our post-race show. We'll get the interviews with the top 3 drivers here. We'll be right back here with the Muth 50-50.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back here to the Bristol Motor Speedway, where the first half of the Muth 50-50 night here has come to a conclusion. Drivers are getting ready to go with their concrete portion of the event. But we are down here in Victory Lane, atop of the turn, I guess it's 1 and 2, down here, looking over the racetrack with our race winner, the number 11 of Brian Hacker. And Brian, yes, we saw the dogfight out there with everybody. It was 2-3 wide race, and the racing looked really intense. Talk us through how this first 50-50 race went for you in this race car.
It was a lot of fun. We had a blast. The first 20 laps were chaotic. I mean, it was people high, people low, trying to go high, trying to go low, see what the fast line was. It was Steph ran a great race. Cole Day was up there for a while. The 98, the 00, those guys all ran clean up front for the most part. It was a lot of fun. I had a blast.
Yeah, and we're here. I know it's always important. It's always a goal for the racers to win the race. But we are here for bigger and better things. We know Roger has done a lot of your races here in. Well, I don't know if you probably weren't listening in while you were driving, is that you were probably busy. But we have reached over the $2,800 mark raised so far for our little buddy Roger. So in the big grand scheme of things, that's what's important. But what's it mean to you to be part of such a benefit race like this, especially to someone that does so much for the iRacing community?
Yeah, it's definitely bigger than, just coming out here and battling for a win. We're all out here to have fun tonight. It was a lot of fun in the first race, but, Roger's been a huge part of, my iRacing career, and I know a lot of the guys that are in here can say the same thing. I run, I think, 3 different leagues that he broadcasts, so I get to, talk to him all throughout the week, assuming I do well enough to do that, but he's really great at what he does. He's really the best in the business when it comes to broadcasting, so hopefully $2,800. That's quite a bit of Rogaine or whatever he needs it for. But I'm excited to get that out to him. That's really cool. I mean, that really shows how much he's loved by the iRacing community.
Yeah, I know he's gone through some stuff, and I know the money's going to help out with the bills and all that stuff and everything like that. But overall, this event was put together. It was you and everybody on the Empire Racing team and all the leagues involved. How much fun is it to come out here and you're racing against guys from all different leagues that it just shows how much support there is for Roger.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. A lot of names that I've seen in different leagues that don't necessarily run with each other out here, all under the same cause, running the same cause tonight. It's a blast, and in all seriousness, hope Roger gets feeling better as soon as he possibly can. Hopefully this helps in whatever he needs the money for, and I'm really excited to see the amount of support he's got.
Well, we're going to let you go, but before we do, I know you got some sponsors on this race car that you would like to thank, and as the track crew gets the concrete visible again.
Yeah, it's amazing how fast they are at ripping up that dirt, but yeah, no, it's not really about sponsors tonight. It's all about, Roger and Turn 3 and everything they do for the iRacing community. So I'm sure he's out there watching. Hopefully he is. And, just shout out to Roger for everything he's done and everything that he will continue to do for all the leagues that he supports. It really means a lot. It's a big reason why I'm still here and doing what I do. It's a blast.
Well, congratulations on the dirt portion. We'll see if you can get it done on the concrete.
Hope so.
There you go. That was Brian Hacker in the number 11 picking up the win. And this driver that finishes in the runner-up spot, Steph, we know we've seen you in a lot of races here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We don't see it too much on the dirt, but you look pretty natural out there.
Yeah, I'm just as surprised as you are, I think. I'm not a dirt guy at all. And it kind of showed there at the end. I didn't really know what I was doing there. Brian was kind of searching around the track, and he found a little something there at the end to get by me. And I just didn't really know how to do that. I was just kind of trying to run the bottom for the whole race. And it was a good finish. Got the DeLorean there in second place, which is awesome. And I'm really happy to be a part of this event and raise some money for Roger. $2,800 is awesome. And this has been a huge success so far, and I'm really happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, we got the concrete portion coming up next here. What's the outlook for that there? And I mean, and Brian touched on it. Roger's such a big part of a lot of our careers, if you want to say, here on the iRacing platform. He sees a lot of us race week in, week in, and this race fairly clean and a lot of action. Are we going to see the same out of the concrete side?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to be a great race, and I think I'm definitely going to be more competitive or more confident on the asphalt. But like I said, it's just been awesome to be part of this event, and we're getting to raise some money for Roger.
Well, congratulations on that second place, Steph, and hopefully we'll be talking to you maybe after the end of this the concrete race here coming on up. I know you guys are in practice, so we'll let you get back onto the racetrack here, but thanks for talking to us, and we'll talk to you in a little bit.
All right, thanks, Al.
That's Stefan Marinak coming home in that number 2 spot, and this driver, all the way from Montana, just got home in the nick of time, and I think I'm a little biased here. Has probably one of the best looking paint schemes on the racetrack with that Muth orange. It is the number 00 of Doug Ungarian. Doug, man, you had your hands full out there. You were 3 wide at times, 4 wide at time, in the wall, out of the wall, man. Talk about how much fun this is here to come out here for such a great cause.
Yeah, for sure. I just want to give a shout out to you first and foremost for putting this on, and Josh and Al and all them, and shout out to Roger. Hope he gets better. But that was a blast. Start of the race, I fell back. I think I'm at 8th or 9th or so, and 3 wide. It's wide track, some great racing. There was 3 grooves at the start of the race, and it was a lot of fun.
Well, it was a great time there, and $2,800 so far raised for our little buddy Roger, and it keeps going up. So we really thank everybody that keeps donating, and we know that to get on the racetrack, you guys had to donate. So thank you for being a part of this event and making it a success so far here tonight. But man, what does Roger mean to you? And we know that he does a lot of your racing leagues that you are out here driving in.
Yeah, me and Roger, I think I met Roger probably about 4 or 5 years ago or so, right when I got on iRacing. And I talk to him pretty much every day. He's a good guy, he's a family man, and it's unfortunate what happened, but I'm glad that, like you said, the race community is able to come together and put some money forward for him. And like Brian said, hopefully get some Rogaine, get some more hair on that head.
Yeah, he's in there. He's in the chat. He says that you guys are all his heroes, but we know that it's the opposite way. We enjoy what he does for us, and we just wish him the best. I know he's on the road to recovery, and he's very appreciative of what we're all doing for him here. You got the concrete portion set coming up. Are we going to see this 00 up front?
I don't know about that. I'm more of a dirt guy, and it should be my first laps on asphalt here in quite a while at this Bristol track. So probably the first time I've ran the street stock in a couple years. So it should be interesting. We'll see what I can do, and probably just going to hang out in the back and try to stay clean and stay out of trouble.
Well, congratulations on the 3rd spot. We'll keep an eye on you here coming up in the next 50.
Sounds good. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
There you have it. That was your top 3 finishers of the dirt portion here tonight of the Muth 50-50. Let's take a quick look at the results as we come back live here. Well, it's not going to work when we come back live. Who am I kidding? Truck down there, they're on break. They, can't get it all. We can't have nice things here. But taking a look at the results from this first feature event here for the Muth 50-50. Brian Hacker will pick up the win. Stefan Marinak, Doug Ungari, John Wittendorf, and Jason Dobbs. He goes by Jason Dobbs in the Griffith. Number 98 will come home 5th. Dalton Kilroy 6th. Jeff Dillon, Michael Trevarth, and Dan Butler, and Bill Martin rounding out your top 10 You can see where the rest of your drivers have come in here tonight as we scroll through the remaining of the field here. And that is your 28 car field. We got more action coming at you just a moment, and that has been your Checkered Flag Auto Supply post-race show. We'll be right back here on the Turn 3 Racing Network with, well, we're going to get rid of the dirt. We're going to get the concrete out. We'll be right back here for the Muth 50-50.
Jason Hamilton. I'm Director of Racing Operations and Event Management for NASCAR. I'm also the Series Director for the eNASCAR Peak Antifreeze Series on iRacing and the eNASCAR Ignite Series on iRacing. We're here at Myrtle Beach Speedway for a test session for Zach and Max, the two champions from the eNASCAR Peak Series and the eNASCAR Ignite Series. They're testing late models in partnership with Rev Racing. Opportunity for them to come out and showcase the skills that they built on iRacing in a full-size stock car for the first time.
Got in the car, got the wheel adjusted. Zach's in the car now. Get that set up for him, and be ready to roll here in a little bit.
The tips we got were basically just to try and keep it on the bottom as best as possible, and that's going to be the easiest way to keep the car in one piece and just not make any mistakes.
You're off the throttle for a long time. You're off the throttle longer than you actually think you need to be, but the corners are so long. If you try to pick the throttle up too fast, it's just going to either jerk the car loose or make it tight and then jerk loose. Any other questions?
Nope.
We'll try it, and if you have any trouble, need to talk about something, it's fine to stop. Always come off the racetrack like we did, a while ago.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, that was crazy. I wanted to open it up a little bit more, but it was all about just keeping the car in one piece, being safe.
I have no complaints on that. So just now that you're out, you can relax and think about what you did, and then we'll apply to the next round. Okay. Yeah, you did very well. Yeah.
Thank you.
You make me nervous, but you didn't. You didn't make me nervous this time. Yeah. So that was good.
You good with the height now? Yeah. All right. That's good.
What about your gears? You know where they're at? First, second, third, fourth? Okay.
What we're telling you now is what we've told him all along.
And you're doing fine.
Yeah.
You're doing perfect. We're just trying to help those little places to gain more. My name is Mark Green. I work for Rev Racing. I am the driver development coach for the team. They both got up to speed fairly good. The biggest thing, especially here at Myrtle Beach Speedway, it's the line that you run. This place it's old pavement. It's wore out. It doesn't have a lot of grip. So there's a different way of racing this racetrack, line-wise and driving-wise. So we had to work on those aspects of it with them. But they took to it very well, and they learned most of it. They still don't have it obviously down pat. After 6 hours, nobody would. Both young men did very, very well. We were very happy with our test today. No mishaps, and I think everybody had fun, and we had a good day.
So both Max and Zach did a great job. It was very impressive to see.
When you're face-to-face with your customers, you can reach out to them, connect with them, and remind them of future maintenance they may need with their vehicle. But when they leave your shop, how can you be sure that all of them will return? Enter the Mechanic Advisor CRM software and telematics suite. a robust customer retention tool that monitors your customers' vehicles so you can connect with them when they truly need it. Start by reaching out to new customers with our advertising service. In your area, Mechanic Advisor ranks for over 150 auto repair keywords on search engines like Google, Bing, and Yahoo, bringing new customers directly to your door. Next, Mechanic Advisor helps you retain those customers through our proprietary OBD2 telematics device. Once you plug the dongle into your customer's vehicle, in real time, you'll be able to see any OBD engine codes that fire, as well as when they're due for scheduled maintenance such as oil changes, tire checks, and more. Finally, if any engine codes do go off, you'll be immediately notified. You can then reach out to them right from the software via text message or email, letting them know that they should come in. There's no wasted outreach on your part and no unnecessary notifications for them. It's truly a win-win. The Mechanic Advisor CRM software. You're not just listening to your customers, you're listening directly to their vehicles.
And welcome back. Just as promised, the dirt is gone, the concrete is showing, and these drivers are getting ready to go with tonight's second leg of the 50-50 Muth 50-50 here. Josh, and I'm in here with Josh Buckley. He's down on the racetrack getting ready for this second leg of this there. Josh, we want to thank you for your part here, owner of the Red Light Racing Series and the backbone to making this benefit race come to life along with AJ and myself. But man, we were just tallying it up here. We are well over $2,800 raised so far for this event that just really came together just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, no, I mean that's really exciting and awesome to hear. The support by everybody that's come out, registered for the race, sponsored whatever they could just to help out, just to show the respect that all of us have for Roger. It's greatly appreciated. I definitely thank everybody that has donated to such, an awesome cause, but it's hard to put into words seeing the response that's coming out of it. So it's really awesome to see.
Yeah, we had a lot of sponsors come on board as well. Some of that you're familiar with, the Checkered Flag Auto Supply, the Mechanic Advisor coming on board as well. So we really thank all of the sponsors, all the drivers. I mean, there's a lot of people that have made this. We got a couple new ones that have come in here that have donated. We want to thank Josiah Millen for donating, Richard Murdoch and Jill and Ed Single. Christina, thank you for your donation. Those are ones that are not on the list that is scrolling on the screen right now, but all these drivers really doing a great job for us. And that first race was very exciting, and we expect to see the same here on the concrete.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm not going to lie. You get a little nervous sometimes when you get the amount of different leagues that are coming out to show their support. And obviously drivers haven't raced around other drivers. So you get a little weary on the track, but I think everyone really did a pretty decent job and trying to give as much room as they could, handling the car, especially on dirt. I expect to see the same thing with this the concrete race here, so it should be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time here. We got 29 drivers this one, so we gained a couple drivers for this one. Who's been looking pretty stout out there on the concrete?
Pretty much. Who knows? Because I think it's also going to be different lines. It seems like when I was testing here. Bottom to top can sometimes work. Depends on throttle control, but obviously the biggest thing is the car can snap on you, especially as the tires wear. So it's just going to be who can keep the tires under it the best, I think.
Well, man, we'll let you go. We know that you're a busy man here tonight. We thank you for the time here, and as always, we thank everybody for tuning in. The people have donated. If you are looking to donate to Roger's cause, you can do so. There's a link on the YouTube side. In the description, also on Facebook in the description, you can donate then. If you haven't donated yet and you want to and you just can't tonight, that is fine. The donation will stay open for about a week here, and then we are going to get this so we can help get the money down to Roger and get him able to take some of that stress that is coming in here with after his injuries and after the accident. So Roger, we love you, buddy. And we are doing it proud here. Qualifying underway as we watch the number 2 of Josh Buckley out onto the racetrack. Qualifying going to come in hot and heavy. I believe it is going to be lone qualifying this time on the concrete. So Buckley, they are not strangers to this racetrack. As we see him slide there. Josh Buckley, the owner of the Red Light Racing Series, one of the admins there. As we got 50 more laps coming to you on top. Bill Martin has gone to the top of the board in his number 39. You see that number 39 working it down the backstretch. Bill, very well known here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Want to thank everybody for tuning on in here tonight who is supporting our good friend Roger Muth. Roger, we know you're watching. I see you out there. Hopefully you're enjoying the show. See Bill Martin up top of the board right now. Kyle Vincent is going to be in that number 2 spot. Steph Marinac right there as well. Brian Hacker out on the racetrack. Is the Mechanic Advisor will be our sponsor of our race here. Coming on up here. Well, we got a moment. We're going to take a moment, take a step away. We'll be right back here to the Bristol Motor Speedway.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back here to the Bristol Motor Speedway as we get ready to go with race number 2 coming down to a close. Bill Martin atop of the heap in qualifying. One driver out on the racetrack right now. That's the 99 of Cole Day. Cole running inside the top 10 there. Most of the dirt race and the late race incident took that out there. Kyle Gilbert is second. Stefan Marinac is third. Wittendorf fourth, and Brian Hacker rounding out your top 5. Jeremy Little out there as well, car number 55. He is the owner of the Big Ten Super Series. We see them on Sunday nights with Muth in the booth, along with myself, Upstate Al, bringing you the call here on those Sunday nights. They'll be back in action this Sunday. We want to thank you. We are blown away. We have blown out our goal out of the park. Let's keep it going to the moon. We are at $2,800 raised for our good friend Roger Muth. We really appreciate you guys. I know he does as well. He's out there. We are all rock stars. That's what he's calling us. I don't know about that. But I can tell you, it is time to go racing here with the Big Ten Super Series starting lineup for tonight's main event. Starting on the front row in car number 39, it'll be Bill Martin of the GSM Racing, car number 39. Outside of him will be the 227. It is Kyle Gilbert. Rolling off third will be the number 1 of Stefan Marinac. Outside of him will be car number 24. It is John Wittendorf. The number 6 automobile starting 5th, that is Brian Hacker. Outside of him will be the number 55, that is Jeremy Little. Jeff Dillon in car number 52 will roll off 7th. Outside of him will be the 81 of Jimmy McIntyre. Justin McDuff in car number 20 will start 9th. And rounding out your top 10 will be the number 92, the driver from the Blazing Pedals. It'll be the number 92 of Hayden Wheeler. One spot starting in row number 6 will be the number 98. It is Jason Dobbs, and the number 90 outside of him will be the number 11 of Sean Single. Starting 13th on the grid will be the 01 of Richard Murdoch. Outside of him will be the number 69, the Gas Monkey entry of Michael Trevarthen. Tim Combs will roll off in the 15th spot. Outside of him will be the number 42 of Dalton Kilroy. 17th starting spot. We'll go to the driver out of Indiana, the number 99 of Cole Day. Outside of him will be car 98. That is Ryan O'Danny in car 98. That sharp-looking turbo dork entry. We want to thank them for being a sponsor here. That is awesome. Starting the 19th starting field grid will be car number 13. It is Jamie Leach. Outside of him, the racing school entry of Dan Butler. 21st starting spot is going to go to the number 45 of Justin Smith. You see that automobile right there? The 45 of Justin Smith. Outside of him will be the number 00 of Doug Ungari. 23rd will be the 40 of Rob Higgins. Outside of him, the 31 of Donald Bennett. 25th starting spot will go to the number 2 of Josh Buckley. Brian Bianchi in car number 14 will roll off 26. 27th starting spot will be the number 9 of Jamie Christensen, AJ Hamill. 28th, Daryl Calder and Rob Higgins rounding out your field, and that is your 28 car starting grid here tonight for the second leg of the Muth 50-50. Who is going to win this one? 50 laps will be the distance here as we get ready to go. Green flag racing as the field paces behind there. We got a couple onboard cameras as we take a look at the Muth 50-50 onboard camera. Looking at Bill Martin. He's also got the Empire Racing Team onboard camera inside the cockpit. The Checker Flag Auto Supply working out the back, and the R&R Auto Graphics off the roof. Pace car down and away. 29 cars taking the green flag, and we are underway with the second leg of the 50-50 here tonight. Bill Martin jumping out to early race lead. We've got them 2 wide, the outside, inside, middle. They'll go wherever they need to as they work down the backstretch. Everybody doing a great job. The 81 of McIntyre up the racetrack there. That's in the 9th position. He's got the 92 of Wheeler. Wheeler and Sean Single will make contact. They get pointed in the right direction. The 42 of Kilroy down low. So far we stay green. Everybody sorting it out as we go high above with the Blimpy McBlimp cam. Looking down at this battle, Dan Butler in the number 8. Currently in the 16th position. Working down there as we watch them flash by when the Hackers eat a bag of speed shot here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Watching that battle right there, you got Old Danny in the 98. He is behind the 69 of Trevarthen. They do battle on the Monday night with the Red Light Racing Series, along with the 11 of Sean Single. They are duking it out. The 8 of Dan Butler as well, right there behind them in that 17th spot. That is Cole Day, as he's got the back bumper full. The 88 of Tim Combs. Up at the front of this one, though, Bill Martin showing the way here as he's got Gilbert in the number 2 spot. 3rd spot is Wittendorf. Is now the yellow flag going to come out here for the first time. Let's see what happened here to bring out our first yellow flag. As the field will check up behind the pace car. Let's see what happened. We'll check it back here with the Mechanic Advisors replay. We're watching the 9 of Jamie Christensen, and it happened in front of him. Not sure who it was. Maybe take another look here. Try to find it. As they work down in the corner. One car down on the inside, not sure who it was, but the lights come out. We are under slow down for the first time here tonight. Bill Martin, your race leader, he set the quick time in qualifying here. Gilbert on the outside of that front row. John Wittendorf up one spot to third. Marinac back 1 to 4th. Your hard charger of the race so far belongs to the Racing Schools number 8 of Dan Butler, up 5 spots here early on in this one after just 6 laps being completed. Katie in there, you're welcome, Katie. Everybody loves you guys, the great support for the Muth family. I know Marky and the future broadcaster, I think he'll be better than the old man. What do you guys say out there? He already loves racing. Lights are out, though. That means we're going to go back racing, so that'll be good here as they work through turns 3 and 4. 6 laps completed. Pace car down in the way. Bill Martin leads them to the restart zone, and we are back underway. Bill Martin jumps out the race lead, but a good battle here. Brian Hacker working the bottom of the racetrack. He's underneath the 1 of Steph Marinac as they are stacked up 2 by 2 all the way through the field. See him back here to 92 of Wheeler working it as well. Side by side, the 52, Jeff Dillon working there as on the inside of the 227 of Gilbert. Remember, Gilbert started on the outside of the front row. He has fallen back now to that 5th spot. Is now Dillon trying to take away the 4th, that spot from him. Car is a little bit sideways that time as they come off the corner. Let's watch them with the Commander Withwall Twitch drone cam. 2 by 2 as the field slows once again. Looks like the 11 of Sean Single has gone around to bring out the yellow flag. Let's take a look here and see what happened to the 11 of Sean. See him 3 wide from Justin McDuff on the outside of the racetrack. That is Wheeler in the 92. Oh, contact to the right front of Single. How about the 360 spin there? Keeps it going, does not hit a thing. I don't even think he would have spilt his beer on that one. And Single will pull back on the racetrack, but the yellow flag coming out has put us underneath the yellow flag for the second time here in our second feature event. We come back live from the Mechanic Advisor replay. It's still on the Commander Rithwall Twitch cam. Come join the fun. We're having fun here. Hopefully you are as well. Field getting doubled up here. Looks like we are going to go green flag racing this time. Off the corner. Pace car down the way. We are underway. Look at Steph Marinac going to try to make it 3 wide on a restart. That is Marinac in the middle of that Gator number 1. He'll work underneath the 22-27 of Gilbert. He'll muscle his way by as we are back to green flag racing. Justin McDuff and that number 20 works the outside of Jimmy McIntyre as Wheeler works down low in car number 92. Everybody sorting it out here on the concrete. One car sideways, the 88 gone around. Big trouble back here. Tim Combs sideways. Yellow, yellow, yellow. As we are slowed once again. As Tim Combs was sideways. Let's take a look and see what happened. Combs sideways. Butler gets him 360. Hard contact to 13 involved. The 13 is Jamie Leach from the Salt Flat Racing League that Roger broadcasts on Wednesday nights. And just like that, we are under the yellow flag. Let's go on board with the Empire Racing. You're already in the spin. Wade Combs gets pointed back in the right direction as they are stacked up behind them. These street stocks can take a beating. They'll keep on ticking. Thank everybody for tuning on into the Muth 50/50 benefit race here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. As always, my name is Upstate Al. Proud to bring you, we have some of our other broadcasters, which will be stopping on by. We know Dave stopped in a little bit earlier. He's also live right now, KR Stolfus. We know Chris and Rick are at Thunder Road Speedway. They sent their love to the Muth family. We want to thank everybody who has donated so far. $2,800 donated in honor of our good friend. We know how much Muth means to us, and now he will see how much he'll realize that it's much bigger than what he thought to all of us in the racing community. We love you, Roger. We love the whole Muth family. Hopefully, we'll see you very soon here. Roger back to broadcast. He'll be with me Sunday night for the Big Ten Super Series. Pace car down and away as they come by. The Hackers eat a bag of speed shot. We're back underway. Everybody getting up through the gears just fine here. A little bit deeper in the field. Sean Single starting to make his way back up as he works underneath the 26 of Darrell Calder. Calder working the middle. Old Danny in the middle. He'll get turned sideways on the apron. Old Danny down on pit road. He'll get pointed back out in the right direction. And we stay underneath the yellow flag as Old Danny got turned sideways there. Sean Single checking in. I don't know, texting while driving. Apparently he can do it because he did not spill a beer. He claims. Do we believe him or not? That is yet to be seen. As the field has been slowed here, the 98 Orion O'Danny had gone around. Let's take a look back here and see what happened. See him make contact. I believe that was with the 9 of Jamie Christensen. Got sideways and pulls back up onto the racetrack, and the yellow flag is displayed. That could have been bad there, folks, if that car would have hooked and came back across the racetrack. But it did not, and that was your mechanic advisor replay. Field double back up behind the pace cars. We're going to get ready to go back. Green flag racing. Bill Martin, John Wittendorf up on the front row. Brian Hacker, Steph Marinak in row number 2. Row number 3 is Kyle Gilbert, Jeff Dillon in row number 3. 14 laps are in the books. Green flag going to come back out. They'll come across the line. Green flag is up. We're back underway. Martin not getting away from Wittendorf. Will tuck right in there. Is back behind them side by side. Marinak up the racetrack. Here comes the 52 of Jeff Dillon. Mirrored back here. Everybody in heavy traffic now. The 13 of Leach works the outside of the racetrack. That's Doug Ungari. Ungari up to the 19th spot. Right in front of him is the 45 of Justin Smith. The 26 Calder. Leach. Here comes Rob Higgins in that number 40. One car up the racetrack. That's the 00. Oh, contact. Christensen into the inside wall. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Coming out here as the 00 broke loose of Ungari. We talked to Doug after he finished third in the dirt portion. Said asphalt. Well, it's been a while since he's been on the concrete here. And that brought out the yellow flag. Car snapped sideways. And Jamie Christensen, nowhere to go. Let's go on board with the R&R Auto Graphics onboard camera. You see the 00 get loose, snaps up the racetrack, comes back down, and Christensen nowhere to go, and hard contact, knocking the bumper cap loose on the front of the Skull Bandit, number 9. He gets it pointed back in the right direction. Let's go on board with the 00 of Doug Ungari, looking out the back side with the Chick Flag Auto Supply on board camera. Hard contact there. And that'll bring out the yellow flag. Commander Rithwald wants to see pictures, Sean, that you did not spill your beer. I'm pretty impressed that you're able to type while driving. I can't do that. That's why they put me up here in the booth. Want to thank some people that have donated that are not on the list. Jeremy Carpenter from the Upstate Racing League, he has donated. Christina, thank you for your donation. Jill and Ed Single, thank you. And Josiah Millen, unable to make the race here, but thank you, Josiah, for your donation here tonight. Along with everybody else down as on the bottom of the screen. Thank you for your donations. Single file restart coming at you here is the 39 of Bill Martin will lead them to the green flag. Wittendorf ready to go. He'll step on the accelerator as well as they all get through the gears. Justin McDuff getting up on the outside of the racetrack now. He'll have the 0-1 of Richard Murdoch. Murdoch runs in the Red Light Racing Series on Monday nights. You can see him in action with Roger on the call every Monday night. Top 8 cars, single file, double file back here, though. That's the 55 of Jeremy Little. Is Little working the bottom of the racetrack. Right there is now the 0-1 of Murdoch starting to make his way. Cole Daycrack in the top 10. He qualified back there in spot number 17. He is now 10th as he works underneath the 0-1 of Murdoch. The 42 of Kilroy making his way up towards the front as Dobbs will throw the block. You saw it down there. Dobbs threw the hefty block on Justin McDuff, and we are underneath the yellow flag. The 45 of Justin Smith coming down pit road. Something happening to that automobile. So Justin Smith coming down pit road as we are slowed for the 6th time here tonight. We'll take a look and see what happened to Justin Smith here with the mechanic advisor replay. Sean Single on the outside. He's got Daryl Calder in that 26 to the inside. And just around it'll go. Snap hard and hard contact to the rear bumper of that number 45. Let's go on board and watch the driver cam with the 45 of Justin Smith. Hard contact right there to the driver of that 45. He'll get it pointed back in the right direction, get back out onto the racetrack as he is on pit road. Bill Martin is still your race leader as we have reached the halfway point, or past the halfway point for this Muth 50-50 feature event. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we thank you for your support for Muth Benefit Night here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, a special presentation for the Turn 3 Racing Network. We thank you. We thank everybody who has spent the time and donated to the cause. Roger is on the mend, so that is good news. We can see him or hear him Sunday nights, Monday nights, Wednesday nights, I think even Tuesday nights, Thursday nights when the Red Light Racing Series gets back underway. Pace car, though, down in the way, and that means we are back racing here, closing in on the halfway point of the 50-lap distance. Everybody single file, double file now as we look here on the Blimpy McBlimp cam. Here comes Wittendorf down to the inside under Bill Martin. Bill Martin feeling the pressure from the 24 Wittendorf as we've got contact back here. 3 wide. Here goes Kilroy sideways. He'll get the outside wall. Trevarthen, hard contact as they will continue to pile in. The 14 of Bianchi. Oh, hard contact with a 0-0 of Doug Ungari here on off of turn number 2. That one was big, and we saw it here from the Blimpy McBlimp cam. Let's take a look here and see that started with the 42 of Kilroy. Down here in the corner, side by side, 3 wide with the 55 of Jeremy Little. Car snaps, Trevarthen hard contact with that car. And then coming in was Bianchi. He'll get to the side of the 45 of Smith and up the racetrack in front of the 0-0 of Ungari. Let's watch it one more time. Let's go on board with Doug Ungari with the R&R Autographic onboard camera. You can see the smoke. Doug slows down and then it's the contact. And here comes Bianchi up. Oh! It shortened up Muth. Hopefully Roger's all right on the front of that one. He's got a little crinkle there. I'm sure Roger will get on the phone and have a conversation about muddling up his logo on that 0-0 of Ungari. Field getting back underway though. We're back racing here down in the turn number 1. 1 lap shy of the halfway point. Gilbert working underneath the 1 of Marinac. This time the 39 of Martin really getting away here. You see everybody working around the racetrack. Deeper in the field, Trevarthen starting to come back up with a Gas Monkey entry. He'll work underneath the 40 of Higgins. Justin Smith working underneath the number 31 of Donald Bennett. Bennett from the Salt Flat Racing Series. There, he's got the number 98 of Old Danny and the Turbo Dork. Number 98. Working there, trying to make it 3 wide as they work around Kilroy coming off of pit road. Everybody doing it there, working through the corner. 1 car up in the outside wall, I believe. That will be the number 2 of Josh Buckley. Buckley has crashed in turn number 4. Let's see what happened to the number 2. Seeing there working with Jamie Leach. Sean Singled on the inside. He'll get a little bit sideways. Oh, he gets there. Oh, that dreaded net code spinning the number 2. Everybody else able to jump on the binders. Get slowed down. Let's watch it one more time here. The Mechanic Advisor replay as we watch it from the Commander Rithwald drone cam. About 10 feet between those cars, and it sent Buckley around. That is what we call net code. And Buckley has gone through the spin cycle. So we come back to live pictures here from the Mechanic Advisor replay. Yes, Buckley sure did get yeeted. Bill Martin showing the way here, just under 4 minutes remaining in here. This one will end on time. Most likely, green flag coming back out. Bill Martin, Wittendorf on the front of this one. Hacker in the spot number 3. Here comes Kyle Gilbert. He's feeling the pressure from the 1 of Steph Marinick. They make contact. There he keeps the point in the right direction. Jeff Dillon jumps to the outside here as they come screaming by. The Hackers eat a bag of speed shot. Let's go on board with the Empire Racing Team's onboard camera with the 52 of Jeff Dillon. Dillon now into the 4th position as we look out the back as he's got Marinac looking down his back bumper. Great action for the 5th spot. A little bit deeper in the field though. Cole Day battling with the 81 of Jimmy McIntyre. Jeremy Little gets a little bit out of shape. In car number 55, and Dobbs is going to go around. This is going to get big. Big contact in the corner. Jason Dobbs gets turned sideways. Everybody going to go around. Big trouble. big trouble down here in turn number 1 as Dobbs has gone around in car number 98. Rhino Danny also get pointed back in the right direction. Dobbs getting turned sideways there, and it was on there. Let's take a look and see what happened to Jason Griffith. See him working the outside of the 41. I believe that is Bob Higgins. He gets sideways. The 20 McDuff had nowhere to go. Gets him. Hard contact for Richard Murdoch in the outside wall. Here comes the number 31 of Bennett. Bennett gets turned to the inside wall as well. And we are slowed here once again, and that is replay brought to you by Mechanic Advisor. The big one just happening. The 98 of Dobbs down on pit road as your race leader paces behind the pace car. Let's tell you where your favorite driver is currently running. Bill Martin is your race leader. The 24 of Wittendorf runs second. Brian Hacker's third. Kyle Gilbert fourth. And Jeff Dilling rounding out your top 5. 6th spot is the number 1 of Stefan Marinek. Justin McDuff runs 7th. Jeremy Little is 7th. 8th spot is the 92 of Wheeler. As the lights stay on the racetrack, once the field cycles through, we'll give you a better rundown here. Wheeler runs there behind Jeremy Little. I believe that is for the 7th position. 9th spot is Cole Day, Jimmy McIntyre, Dan Butler, the 11 of Sean Single. Runs there in spot number 13. 14th is Darrell Collar, Jamie Leach, Tim Cones is 16th, Justin Smith runs 17th, Ryan O'Danny is 18th in car number 98. Right behind him is the number 69 of Michael Trevarth and Brian Bianchi in that 14, the Culpeppers entry number 14. Runs here. 00 Doug Ungari back out onto the racetrack. That is your 21st spot. 22nd Buckley. Jason Griffith is the field. We'll get ready to go green flag racing. This time off the corner. Green flag coming out here. And the green flag comes out. It will be the R&R Autographics. 1 lap to go. Down to the turn, 1 and 2. They'll work down here through the corner. Last ditch effort. The 52 of Dillon in the backside of Griffith. Brian Hacker runs third. Wittendorf throwing it through one last ditch effort. Off a turn number 4. They'll come and it'll be still racing time here. 19 laps to go. Sorry about that. We thought it was the 1 to go sign. Down the backstretch they go. It'll be Wittendorf now to the inside of Bill Martin. Change for your race lead. That time off a turn number 4. 18 laps to go. There as they work down off the corner. It'll Wittendorf still showing the way. Is now the yellow flag will come out, and I believe Wittendorf was your race leader as they have wrecked them on the backstretch. I believe involved was the number 42 Dalton Kilroy, and he is down on the pit road. Let's take a look and see what happened to Kilroy. Oh, Bianchi got on the outside wall, came down the racetrack. Oh, and it looks like Tim Combs was on the inside. And up on the grind was the 42 of Kilroy. He ends upside down here to bring out the yellow flag. But Tim Combs was also involved with that number 88 car. He'll make contact with Darrell Calder, and he's hard in the inside wall. That sent Dobbs up the racetrack. And that is what brought us underneath the yellow flag here as the field paces behind the pace car. Right now, the field working lap number 32 as they work behind the pace car. it'll be Wittendorf is your race leader. I believe. No, Bill Martin is. Bill Martin back to the front of this one. Green flag coming on back out here. Pace car down and away. We're going to get back to green flag racing. Working lap 33 down here. Bill Martin is your race leader. Wittendorf had made a move on him, but the yellow flag negating as it reverts back to the last lap completed. Everybody working it out now. Now Steph Marinak trying to look underneath the 227 of Gilbert. That's the battle for fifth, a little bit behind them. That's the 99 of Cole Day. Cole Day up the racetrack. He'll lose multiple positions outside of the top 10. Day back to 11th. Here comes the 8 of Dan Butler. He's trying to move his way up. Butler in at number 8, up 8 spots here tonight in this feature event. 15 laps to go here as Bill Martin still leads the way. Ryan O'Danny, as we got contact on the front stretch, and yellow flag is out. I believe Jason Griffith involved as he sits parked down on the infield. He'll have to make the quick tow. Let's take a look at the mechanic advisor or replay. Jason Dobbs slow working down here on the corner. Oh, the motor blows in front of the field and yellow flag is thrown as Dobbs was laying oil down on the racing surface. But it's been an entertaining night of racing. We hope you are enjoyed tonight's broadcast so far. As the field paces behind the pace car, your race leader is the 39 of Bill Martin. Field's getting doubled up here. Now lights will go out around the racetrack. Now they're back on. Pace car out on the racetrack. Bill Martin is your race leader. Running second is the 24 of Wittendorf. Brian Hacker, Kyle Gilbert, Stefan Merrick, and Jeff Dillon. Justin McDuff runs 7th. 8th spot is Hayden Wheeler. Jimmy McIntyre is 9th. Sean Single rounding out your top 10. Remember, Single was involved in an earlier race incident and now finds himself inside the top 10. Jimmy McIntyre is 10th. Dan Butler 11th. Jamie Leach is 12th. Jeremy Little is 13th. Ryan O'Danny, Justin Smith, Michael Trevarthen, Brian Bianchi, Richard Murdoch, and Josh Buckley. And Rob Higgins runs there. This one is going to end underneath the yellow flag, though, as the race is over. Bill Martin picks up the win, as this one has reached its time limit. We want to thank everybody. We're going to get a moment. We'll talk to our top 3 finishers here as they work around the racetrack. It'll be Bill Martin, John Wittendorf, and Brian Hacker, your top 3, as everybody starts to beat the bang out of there. We want to thank everybody. If you're walking out of the Bristol Motor Speedway, we thank you for attending tonight's broadcast here of the Muth in the Booth 50-50 here tonight. As all heck is breaking loose here on the front stretch, is full-on enduro racing out there right now. While they do that, we're going to take a moment. We'll step away from the booth. We'll be right back with a Checkered Flag Auto Supply post-race show. Welcome back here to the Bristol Motor Speedway, where tonight's racing of the Muth in the Booth 50-50 has come to an end here, and picking up the concrete portion win of this one, it will be Bill Martin picking up the win. And Bill, you set fast time in qualifying, and then you turn around and you lead the laps. Well, John Wittendorf really giving you a run for your money here tonight, but that's not what it's all about. It's all about supporting our bald friend, which, well, according to Hacker, we'll be able to afford some Rogaine now.
Whoa, Al, can you hold on just 1 second while I tell my other teammates in this other chat to shut up?
Well, sure, we can do that. Well,
I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Well, welcome to the Checker Flag Auto Supply post-race show, Bill.
Hell, thanks. I heard most of what you said, and then suddenly 12 other people started talking all at once. Yeah, John was faster than I was. Ever since the new tires been put on this car, every time I've tried it, I'm gonna get hit. Nope, I didn't get hit. I've been good enough to turn like a lap or two, and I usually get a pole if I get enough practice in. But then as soon as we get to the race, I no idea what I'm doing well enough to stay usually in the top 2 or 3. And if this had gone green, that probably would have been reflected. But as it turns out, a lot of yellows, so it kind of worked out in my advantage.
I did not sure if you're aware of this, Bill, but we've now passed the $2,800 mark in support of our friend Roger. So I want to thank you. I want to thank you for participating in tonight's racing event. And what's it mean to you to not only get invited to something like this, but to be a part of a benefit race for someone that means so much to the iRacing community?
It means nothing to me. I hate what's his name? Roger? No, Roger's cool. He's a great announcer. He's fun to be in regular old chat with, where he turns into a different person than the announcer version of him. It's a pleasure to be a part of it, and I suppose you could say an honor. It's a little official, but yeah. I mean, it's a special event to try to help a guy make money to get health care, which in itself is a weird thing. But I'm definitely happy to be a part of it. And I said in the chat, the reason we had so many yellow flags was so there was more time to donate to Roger.
Absolutely. We have a lot of people that have donated, a lot of sponsors also coming on board here. So it was a great thing that we could do here, and glad to be a part of it. And, well, I got to be up here in the booth and the nice air conditioning and all the fancy food while you guys were down there battling on the dirt. Then watch the track crew do a spiffy job on getting the concrete ready, and then you guys put on a heck of a show here in the concrete portion, along with the earlier stages in the dirt. So it was a great night overall, and we really thank you, Bill, for being a part of this and picking up the win here tonight. And Roger was out there watching and said it was a great show, and you guys did a great job, and very, very proud to be a part of this.
Absolutely. Hey, Roger, get yourself better, or else. Yeah, you heard me. Yeah, the first race was fun. I appreciate that it was at Bristol and with probably, I assume, the easiest car to race on dirt, because I am terrible at dirt, and I was flabbergasted that I ended up in 10th place when it was all said and done. It kind of made me feel bad that I elected to go to the back because I had qualified 9th. It's like, oh man, could I have stayed up there? It was relatively easy to run around everybody. The track was wide, and just because it's also a big track, it was so much easier than what I've experienced on the other tracks. So it was a good time. I'm glad that I decided to do the dirt race. Just even in last place, it was a lot of fun to just drive the car.
Well, we appreciate your support and our friend and colleague here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, Bill, and congratulations on the win here tonight. I know the yellow flags, like you said, aided that, but you were fast regardless. You're always fast here, and we're proud to have you be part of the Turn 3 Racing Network family of leagues. We see you on here in multiple different leagues.
Yes, and I appreciate that you invited me to your leagues. without even making me have to do your preliminary stuff. So I am glad that everyone trusts my driving. So it's a kind gesture.
Well, congratulations, Bill. We're going to slide down here to third. We see Brian Hacker. Well, fresh off of, well, am I allowed to say it, Brian?
What's that?
Fresh off your honeymoon.
Yeah, my suitcase is still packed.
Well, you got back here, and you're going to end up in the podium both races here. So we love it, and glad you could be a part of here. How much fun was it racing here with not only guys you're used to running around with, but guys that you don't really get to run around? It was a great show all around. I mean, the kind had a few more yellow flags than probably a lot of the drivers were looking for, but you know, this track seemed very tough. The car seemed tough to handle.
It was definitely tough. I wish we would have had a few more green flag laps. It took me a few laps to get a rhythm, and then usually by the time I found a rhythm, we were back pacing again. So it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. We're all out here just having fun tonight. So nothing to be upset about. Congrats to Bill. I would imagine that's his first career win. He's not very good, so kudos to him. John, the 24 car, in second, ran a heck of a race and put on a good show overall up front.
Yeah, we were hoping to get a word in with our runner-up spot there, John. He was very quick and giving Bill all he could handle there. Did you think if we got a few green flag runs there, you'd get up there and mix it up with those two?
I was hoping so. When they did mix it up, I was able to get some runs on them. I kind of thought I figured something else or something out there on corner exit, and I was able to get some good runs on the 24, and we went green for 4 or 5 laps. But like I said, it is what it is. We're not here to complain about the racing and the driving. It's all about a bigger cause tonight.
Yeah, a big fun cause here, and we definitely appreciate your donations and coming out here and race here. And we love the Hackers Eat a Bag of Speed Shot.
Yeah, like Bill said, when Roger's not in broadcast mode, he's a bit of a character. So that's an homage to Roger and his favorite saying. So, eat a bag of Speed Shot. Hopefully, we used it tonight, and maybe it'll catch on and be used in the future.
Definitely was. Well, Brian, thanks for chatting with us here. We know Roger's tuning in and says thank you, and that everybody that was out here tonight and watching and supporting him really means the world to him and his family. So we know that this one tugs at the heartstrings, and Roger, this was all for you, buddy, and we really appreciate everything that you do for us racers when we're in the driver's seat.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Cool to see him watching. Glad he's watching. Whatever he's going to do with the money, get a boob job, whatever it may be, hopefully it goes successful for him.
Well, hopefully I get to see him in October, and I can let you know what he does with it.
Perfect.
All right, Brian, thanks for chatting with me, man. Congratulations on 2 podiums here tonight, and I'm sure we'll see you around the rig. And go enjoy the rest of your honeymoon, will you?
Hey, thanks. Appreciate it.
Brian Hacker finishing third here tonight as we take a look at the rest of the results here for your checkered flag post-race show. It was Bill Martin picking up the win. John Wittendorf did a great job running there in spot number 2. Brian Hacker, third. Kyle Gilbert, Stefan Marinak rounding out your top 5. Jeff Dillon, Justin McDuff, Sean Single, Jimmy McNair, Dan Butler rounding out the top 10. Hayden Wheeler will come home 11th. Jamie Leach, Jeremy Little on the Big Ten Super Series. We can catch them Sunday nights here with Roger in the booth. Ryan O'Danny, Justin Smith, Michael Trevarthen, Brian Bianchi, Richard Murdoch in the 18th position. 19th spot will go to Josh Buckley, Rob Higgins, and Bob Higgins, 2021st. And Jamie Christensen, Tim Combs, Doug Ungari, Daryl Colday, Jason Dobbs, and Dalton Kilroy will round out the field here tonight for the second half of the Muth 50-50. And before we go away, remember, you can still donate. The link will be live here tonight, and you can donate by clicking on the link in the YouTube and Facebook description. This is the GoFundMe link. We'll post it once again, and we love you. Love to have you donate. We thank everybody who has donated here tonight with us as we bring in the other 2 drivers that have taken and helped organize and support this and what has been a successful Muth 50-50 benefit night. And I bring in Josh Buckley and AJ Hamill. And you guys, thank you for everything that you have done to help organize and get this thing organized and be a successful night of racing that everybody has enjoyed here tonight.
Hey, we probably ought to thank you, Al, for donating your time to do this, because we're not paying you a penny for it.
I would not get paid a penny to do this anyway. It's always a great time, and Roger does so much for the racing community and does so much, for us and all that, we're really proud that you guys could have that. And we really couldn't have done it without the great sponsors we've had here. We had Checkered Flag Auto Supply, Commander I'm going to butcher this one again.
Commander Rithwald.
Yeah, Commander
I'll help you with
Rithwald. The Twitch channel, so make sure you follow that. So I apologize to them. I said it pretty good here, in and out. And, Mechanic Advisors, Brian Hacker doing the speed shot with the Hackers Eat a Bag of. The Big Ten Super Series, we want to thank Jeremy Little and his crew for being a sponsor here as well with the Empire Racing Team, your racing team, AJ Hamill. And R&R Auto Graphics, along with the Red Light Racing Series, Salt Flat Racing Series, all the series that Roger has broadcasted and still broadcasts. It just means so much to see all their drivers come in here and support him tonight.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Big thank you, obviously, as AJ said, to you, Al, for doing, helping us with this, and then just a thank you to everybody involved, everybody who participated, everybody who donated, anybody that might be donating in the future. It's a big thank you. Like I said earlier, I can't even put into words, the amount of money we were able to raise to help him out. So it's definitely extremely grateful for that, and a good time, and yeah.
Yeah, overall, a very, very great night. And we appreciate your guys' efforts behind the scenes as well to make everything run as smooth as it did. How long do people have? When will the link to be able to donate money to Roger, when will that close, or when do we plan on closing that?
Oh, we'll leave it open for a few days for people who are watching this later on. I don't know if we want to give a hard date on it, but if you're not watching it live tonight and you're checking it out this weekend or early next week, still check it out. You can still try to get it, push us over the $3,000 mark that we would love to be over in our overall fundraising. I ran out of words. 3,000 raised. Be the guy who puts us over it. Throw a few more bucks our way.
Yeah, we're just $200 shy right now. We've raised $2,800 so far, so very good outing. We really thank everybody for the support. And with that support, are we awarding the highest donor now, or are we going to let it go for a few days?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well,
present to win, or donated by race time.
Yeah, so donated by race time. It was Rob Higgins. He's won the Turn 3 prize pack, which included a beanie, some stickers, and some koozies. We'll get your shipping information and get that prize pack out to you. But congratulations, and we really appreciate the support from the whole Higgins family.
Absolutely, they're a great couple of guys. I had a lot of fun racing with those guys, and just respect everything they do and their support to the iRacing community themselves, and obviously to Roger for everything he does. So really grateful to be able to race with those guys as much as I do.
Well, it was a great time. We're going to bring in one of our other friends here from the Turn 3 Racing Network. Dave just got wrapped up with his broadcast. And Dave, we were just talking, we have raised $2,800 so far. The link for the GoFundMe page to help Roger out with the medical expenses will still be open. But talk about what Roger has meant for you in your broadcasting career.
Well, first I want to say, Al, thanks for pulling me up here after finishing up some other things on the Turn 3 Racing Network here just about 5-10 minutes ago. And I mean, with that, jumping right into it, I mean, I wouldn't be where I am today at the level I am today without Roger's help, without his guidance, without his, I guess you want to call it mentorship. And I mean, Buckley here and AJ, they both know Roger very well. I mean, Roger's the man. So if I could do anything but be like Roger, I mean, I'm happy with that. And I want to say a heck of a job by all three of you guys, man. It is the way this was organized, put together, the way it's been brought out. Man, fantastic job to all of you. Want to thank everybody that donated and helped support this thing. Roger, I know he's been checking in through the chat and stuff like that. So good to see him out there having a good time watching things unfold here for the charity event for him here. And again, yeah, like AJ was saying, and Buckley and Al right here, Upstate Al, if you haven't already and you want to give a little bit more, or if you've already given some, go ahead and push us over that 3,000 mark. Any bit helps Roger, and Al, again, Roger's pretty much just been the mentor that I needed, and glad I got him, glad I got you, glad we got everybody at Turn 3, and glad we got the fan base that we do, man. It's impressive the way that you guys put this together, and the amount that everybody has showed, the amount of love everybody showed.
Yeah, it definitely has, and I appreciate that. And a lot of thanks goes to AJ and Josh. They really were the backbone behind it. I did a little bit, and then got up here in the booth and I got fed very well with the virtual pizza and the virtual chicken wings and all that. So I appreciate you guys sending that stuff up to me.
Oh, that's on you. Actually, get your credit card on file. So.
Darn.
Pay your tip your waitress.
I will. No, but overall, good night. We're going to take and wrap it up here. We thank you guys for tuning on in here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. The link will stay open for a few more days. We'll post on the channel when that will be nearing the closing time on that. But if you can, and you want to, I know Roger and family will appreciate it. Hit that little link in the description. And help support one of our very own. That's what tonight was all about. It was a great time, great racing all around. But until next time, keep it wheels down, and we'll see you at the races.